Recently, I flew Scoot from Singapore to Bangkok on a leisure trip. What was the experience like? Let's find out. Hey guys, and welcome back to the One Sky Flyer, where freedom flies further forever. Today I'm gonna fly Scoot TR604 from Singapore to Bangkok. Never been on Scoot before, so let's see what it's like. Let's do this. So the Scoot experience starts from Changi Airport Terminal 1. The Scoot check-in counters were very busy as well, though at least for Thailand flights there were special check-in counters. Automation took a big role in the check-in process. The terminal is nice and clean, but the travel bus is certainly back post-COVID as the whole terminal was rather crowded. Not a bad experience, but it did feel quite crowded. Changi Wi-Fi was okay, though not the best, and there were many shops inside. Since there was no lounge, I did some casual plane spotting. After a dose of plane spotting, it's time to fly. Let's go. So what was the Scoot Airbus A321neo seat like? Well, it was comfortable for a budget airline seat. The Recaro made seats offered adequate support, and while they were slimline seats, they weren't too bad. This aircraft was clean on the inside, though it was fairly new. At the seat, there was a seat back tray with contents. The tray table was a decent enough size. To maximize legroom and shorten the aircraft cleaning times, there was no seat back pockets to store items though, so everything had to be held in your crotch. There were 2 coat hooks though. The legroom was sort of decent considering I was 187 centimeters tall, so not the worst but not the best either. And the seat width was pretty good on the A321neo. These seats had decent recline for a budget airline. There were no amenities like mirrors, cup holders, or charging outlets, both in terms of USB ports or 3-pin sockets. That said, there were overhead air vents for all passengers, which was a nice touch, and there were individual reading lights. All in all, for a budget airline, it's actually an above average cabin. The crew on board were excellent, friendly for a budget airline, and served the cabin quickly and efficiently. The food prices on Scoot were decent, though overpriced cup noodles that were reasonable for hot meals. On this flight, I had pre-booked a special surprise gift bag which I thought would be a sandwich or bread packed inside. Sadly, it was an unpleasant surprise with only Pringles, Coke and snack bars. The hot meals were below average as well with undercooked pasta, though at least the chicken was good. And as for in-flight entertainment, unlike AirAsia where at least there were magazines, there were no magazines and of course no personal in-flight entertainment screens. Even on this fairly medium-haul route to Bangkok, the in-flight Wi-Fi wasn't working either for some weird reason. So bad points there.
Cheers to a good flight.
The A321neo aircraft was a nice aircraft to fly with good size overhead bins, a spacious modern clean vibe, and the toilets weren't the worst either of all new single-aisle aircrafts.
International airport. 但嗰啲我嗰啲間學界咧。
All in all, Scoot is a decent budget airline offering fairly comfortable seats, better service than most other budget airlines, and a good flight to Bangkok. And with all that said and done, it's time to land in sunny Bangkok.
And we've come to the end of this Scoot flight review. Now if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more great aviation videos on the way. Until we meet next time, one team, one aviation, one sky ahead.